Hey Gemini, and welcome to your second half of December 2020 General Tarot reading. This could apply to your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, that information is provided below in the description box along with other relevant information. Alright Gemini, so what I'm channeling in or downloading, whatever you prefer to call it, I'm picking up that you're unbreakable. So it would seem like you may have recently or will be soon going through quite a bit of changes or upheavals in your life. This is kind of expected with what is going on in our astrology, since, you know, the North Node and the South Node of the Moon and the recent lunar solar eclipse followed by the upcoming lunar eclipse. So, no, wait, I messed it up. The recent lunar eclipse and the upcoming solar eclipse. I apologize. Anywho, you know, so I would definitely check a little bit further into your astrological chart, your natal chart. There is a link to have one drawn up for free, completely towards the bottom of the description box, I believe. So this was quite funny too, or interesting, was I heard that I know what you did last summer. So this could have been this recent last summer or the summer before that, however it applies, and whether it be something you did and somebody knows about what you did, or you know now what somebody else did. It may be that you had a certain perception that maybe you thought everything was your fault. And that earlier this year you had done a lot of self-reflecting and addressing your own cognitive behavioral patterns, and made the adequate fixes that were needed to address whatever area of life this may be in. So then I was hearing chutes and ladders, royal court, and that you're calmly planning. So you may be faced with some adversity currently or soon to be, and it may make you want to react, but things are different this time. You're using self-control, and you're calmly planning or scoping the next moves that you're going to make. This makes somebody else you're dealing with uncomfortable, whether that be romantic, whether that be family, business. It's somebody you're involved with that may have helped bring this issue on in your life. And this person was almost expecting a certain reaction from you they're not getting. So what it reminds me of is, I can't remember if I read this in an article or on a meme or something, but it was along the lines of, when you get home and all your stuff is thrown about the yard and in disarray, you still have a chance to fix things. When you come home and all your stuff is neatly folded and packed up on the porch, it's over. The person you're dealing with is possibly up to no good, and so therefore they just automatically assume you must be. So this would be a kind of like a narcissistic behavior trait, which would be, and this doesn't make the person narcissistic, and we all possess certain traits of being narcissistic. It's just but how severe is it? What part of the spectrum is it laying on? Anyways, so it would be that this person is incapable of understanding of where they end and you begin, and so therefore they project their behaviors, their thoughts, their beliefs and actions into you. And this is just part of life. As how do I break this down? So our whole lives we go through it never interacting with anybody but ourselves. So what I mean by that is that your reality is created by your perception. Your perception is created by your unique individual experiences and circumstances. No two people go through the same experiences, so therefore no two people develop the same perspective. Everybody has a unique perspective. Therefore, we're incapable of fully perceiving somebody else's perspective. And when we communicate with people, how we understand what they're saying or what we observe in their actions is going to be a direct reflection of our own experiences and past scenarios. So when we watch them and we observe and absorb, we are merely absorbing what we have experienced or how we perceive those experiences. Kind of like that whole, that saying, it takes one to know one. But not always are we actually picking up the correct understanding of the communication that is coming in, whether that be verbal or nonverbal cues. Sometimes our past experiences cloud our judgment or blind us, like put the blinders on, and make it harder for us to fully encompass and absorb all the different perspectives of which this conversation or type of communication could be presented to us. I know that was kind of lengthy and confusing. I hope you understand. I promise I'm not crazy. So then I heard Salem witch trials. You could live in Salem. You could be dealing with a Sal. You could be dealing with a Sam, Sammy, Samantha. Arrogance. Somebody's very arrogant. Somebody I was hearing, I'm sprung, got me doing things I never do. So the person you are involved with may be infatuated in entertaining somebody else, or will be breaking a connection of which they have to entertain because they've turned their attention towards you now, and they are absolutely enamored by you. Maybe it's somebody you've already been with. Maybe it's somebody you've been in connection with for a while who is now seeing you with fresh eyes. But then I was hearing, I'll always remember us this way. This is where it kind of gets interesting. It's as though this person took just a little bit too long. And now you're not sure if you want to salvage whatever type of connection this is. You've gone through the grieving, you're processing, maybe a little bit of waiting, or you will be. But that's only to be expected when you're going through like life crises, especially when they come on without any kind of notice. Somebody may be relocating, and it may be due to whether it be like transition of jobs, home. You could be transitioning a project idea to something else. Anyway, but it's like whatever scenario this is and kind of big calamity that is going on, you have somehow managed to turn it around from grief to an opportunity to take charge of your life and be able to like run with it. Like if you're leaving a company, or you're leaving a partner, or if you're this, like, ain't nobody gonna hold me down, ain't nobody gonna stop me, because you're like on your way up. So it's like you're taking this opportunity to shed your old skin, to release the baggage, like and just like be like shot into the university, maybe you're going to a university, or the universe of opportunity. Like you're allowing this to propel you into the direction you desire to go, that maybe once was held up by a connection or responsibilities, duties to somebody or something else. Good for you. That is not easy to do, and that's pretty courageous. And then I'm hearing we can do it real big, bigger than you've ever done it, because you're the best. And then I was hearing tainted love, runaway, karma chameleon, all the way up, no one can stop me, look at me now, she can't do it like me. So maybe they thought that you were replaceable, and now they realize they completely and totally effed up. Because you're a boss ass. Yeah, I love that song. It just sometimes it rings around in my head, and it's just like, it does make you feel pretty empowered, doesn't it? Then I'm hearing Carfax. So if you're buying a new vehicle, definitely check the Carfax. But when I hear Carfax, it's just like, definitely just check the facts. If somebody's coming back to you or somebody's trying to warp the way that you perceive your own reality or your memory, check the facts. Record the facts. So that way when this person comes back and tries to manipulate your perspective or point of argument, they can't. Credit karma, somebody may need to check their credit. When I was hearing that, what I was feeling was that somebody may be checking your credit to see if you've done something to their credit, like taken out anything in their name. And it's almost really freaking, what's that word? It's really like a disgraceful feeling. Like it's like all these years, all this time, all these whatever, and you would think I'd do something like that? Who do you think I am? And the fact of it being is they've got somebody in their ear that's telling them this kind of stuff, or they themselves are the person they're accusing you to be. So do not beat yourself up. Let that go in one ear and out the other. Let it roll off your back, like, because it's them, it's not you. Then I heard free bird, and then cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. However that applies, it may be a cultural thing, but I was also feeling like somebody may be absolutely enamored by or infatuated, obsessed with somebody who's got a bit of a drug addiction. And maybe they've developed a drug addiction themselves. Gateway. And then I heard Leonard, Leo, leopard, any of those things could apply, don't have to. Then I was hearing London Bridge, and when I think of London Bridge, I think of London Bridge is falling down, and that follows a storyline of them trying to repair this bridge each time they try to repair it with something that should be more sustainable or stronger, and the bridge just keeps falling down. So let it fall. Just let it fall. And then I'm hearing capitalizing. So you're capitalizing on this opportunity, even though most people would just be like grief-stricken. Then I was hearing Richard, Richie, or Rich. You could be dealing with the 7th house, which is a house of partnerships, open enemies, lawsuits. You could become a defendant in a case. Or you could be getting involved with somebody and become married, or go into some kind of legal contract with them, like, I don't know, living together or contracting to work together. The 9th house, which is about like your social status, higher understanding, spirituality, like higher philosophy, and the 5th house of Leo. So the 7th house is Libra, the 9th house is Sagittarius, and the 5th house is Leo. You could be dealing with some of those zodiac signs, or just be dealing with the energy. So the 5th house is about creativity, children, leisure activities and items, and affairs. And then I heard Lex, Lexi, Alexander, Alexandria, or it could be Xavier, or names that would be similar to that. But that's what I got for the downloaded channeled messages. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video now, and I will be back with your tarot spread. Give me just a second. All right, Gemini, so as I was pulling your cards, I started hearing Don't Stop Believing and Hold On Loosely. So this may be part of your manifestation, or you developing your manifestation skills. So, you know, to attract what you want, set the intention out there, try to forget about it, and just know that the universe is going to bring it back. And watch your subconscious thoughts, because what you think about, you bring about. You may receive a letter from a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. It could be a letter initiating some kind of emotional start, or idea, or it could be an apology. It's like a change in fortune after a separation from a job, a relationship, so forth. Could be a relationship, because we got a 7 right below here, or some kind of partnership, formal partnership. Or it's almost as if what I'm kind of feeling now is that you may progress forward quite quickly after the separation, even if it's hard to separate. There could be a new beginning with you, because we do have the Queen of Swords, or this could be another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be a pregnancy, or, you know, you could be going through some really, really, really hard times right now in your life. But remember, like, it kind of reminds me of labor pains. There's always pain before the birth of a new life. So you may be going through the birth of a new life and being a friend to yourself. Or you yourself could be pregnant or be getting pregnant. So if you don't want to get pregnant, be careful. There's going to be a change in the power dynamic in between you and another person here. And just look how calmly she's looking at these options. Like, yeah, and this person's like smiling. Obviously, this is like a salesman trying to sell something to this person. But there may be a friend involved with you that's not sharing all information that you need. Or there may be a friend giving you advice of how to get around what you don't know. This also could be a Gemini, or not a Gemini, but a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, a Taurus, or a Libra. What goes up must come down. So if somebody else was on top of the wheel and treating you as if you're insignificant, something's happening where the roles are going to flip here. My chair just like almost fell over. I don't know why, but it startled me. So it may be that somebody who thinks that they're standing or sitting on a firm foundation here, it's actually shifty. They are they think that they know what they're doing, but they really don't. I do feel like there's something you may be doing this too. You may be using a friend to be able to give it your best shot. Like, if we're doing it, I'm doing it big. Like, then I'm hearing, give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. All right, Gemini, I'm going to go ahead and, this could be Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer also. Could be that something happened during Scorpio season that was shifty, that was kept from you. Could be a pregnancy with a colleague or a friend, or they're trying to create a project together. Whatever it is, I feel like you're using an opportunity of hardship to bring yourself a new life that is going to be abundant and successful. But I'm going to end this here, and I'll jump into it further over on Patreon. So if you'd like to join me over there, I would greatly appreciate the support, and you're more than welcome. If this is where we part ways, Gemini, please take care, and I'll be catching up with you soon. Bye.